My child, stop for a moment and listen to me. Do not scroll past this. Do not let your mind wander, because this moment was appointed before you even pressed play. I have been eagerly waiting for you, and I need you to hear this now. You did it as I told you, even when it did not make sense, even when no one clapped for you, even when you wondered if you heard me correctly. I was watching every step, every pause, every tear, every quiet act of obedience that nobody else noticed. This message is not random. It is confirmation, and it is arriving exactly on time. I know you almost gave up. I know there were moments you felt delayed, overlooked, or forgotten. But hear me clearly. Delay is not denial, and silence was never absence. I was working while you were waiting. I was aligning things you could not see. I was protecting you from doors that looked right but were wrong. And now I am speaking because you have arrived at the moment where obedience meets reward. Do not rush past this. What I am about to say explains why everything unfolded the way it did. You obeyed when it cost you comfort. You walked away when it would have been easier to stay. You stayed quiet when you wanted to defend yourself. You waited when every part of you wanted to move. And I need you to understand this deeply. I noticed. Heaven noticed. This was never about speed. It was about trust. And today, I am acknowledging you, not to inflate you, but to strengthen you for what comes next. If this message is stirring something in your spirit, do not ignore that stirring. Respond to it. Like this video so others I am calling can find it too. Comment what you are feeling right now, because speaking it out matters. Share this with 3 people who are struggling to stay obedient in silence. Subscribe to this channel and hype this message, because it is becoming a place where my children are reminded that obedience is never wasted. My child, I have been eagerly waiting for you to reach this point. Not because I was impatient, but because I knew what this obedience was producing in you. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are right where I need you to be to hear this next instruction clearly. And if you had skipped, you would have missed the reassurance your heart has been craving. Stay with me. Lean in. Let your guard down. This is not a correction. This is a confirmation. I am proud of you, and what comes next will make sense of what came before. Do not rush ahead. Do not doubt yourself now. Listen, because I am speaking to you, and I have been eagerly waiting for this moment. My child, I want you to know something deeply and personally right now. I have seen you, not just the version of you that others see, but the real you. I saw the moments when you sat alone, questioning if your obedience was worth it. I saw the tear you wiped away quietly so no one would worry. I saw the weight you carried when you chose to trust me instead of explaining yourself. You were never invisible to me. I know how confusing it felt when you followed my instruction and nothing changed right away. I know how heavy the silence became when you expected clarity but received waiting instead. There were days you wondered if you misunderstood me. Nights when you replayed my words in your mind, asking yourself if you were foolish for believing. I saw all that. And I want you to hear this clearly. Your struggle did not disqualify you. It revealed your sincerity. You kept going even when reassurance was scarce. You chose obedience when comfort would have been easier. You resisted the urge to control outcomes that were never meant to be in your hands. You trusted me with pieces of your heart that were trembling, not confident. That matters to me. I do not overlook quiet faith. I do not ignore unseen obedience. What felt small to you carried great weight in the spirit. I recognized you in the waiting. I recognized you in the restraint. I recognize you when you held your tongue, when you stayed where I placed you, when you walked away from what I told you was not for you, even though it looked promising. You were not weak for struggling. You were strong for staying. And I want you to release the shame you picked up along the way, because it was never yours to carry. There were moments you felt like others were moving ahead while you stood still. You wondered why it seemed easier for them. But I was not measuring you against anyone else. I was shaping you. I was teaching you how to hear me without noise, how to trust me without proof, how to obey me without applause. Those lessons could only be learned in the place you wanted to escape. My child, you are not difficult to love. You are not a disappointment. You did not burden me with your questions or exhaust me with your waiting. I welcomed you every time you came to me unsure but willing. I was never asking for perfection. I was looking for your heart. And you gave it to me, even when it was tired. Let this settle into you now. You are known. You are acknowledged. You are not forgotten in the process. I see where you are, and I understand how you got here. And because I see you, I can also guide you. Because I recognize your obedience, I can entrust you with what comes next. You are not lost. You are not late. You are seen, fully and completely, by me. My child, I need you to understand what was really happening while you were obeying in silence. You thought nothing was moving, but heaven was responding to every step you took in faith. Obedience is never empty. It is never delayed without purpose. When you said yes to me, even with a trembling heart, you set things in motion that could not be rushed or forced. My kingdom does not respond to pressure. It responds to alignment. I know you measured progress by what you could see. I know you expected signs, clarity, and quick confirmation. But I was teaching you a deeper truth. Timing matters more than speed. Obedience matters more than outcomes. I was not trying to slow you down. I was preparing you so you would not break under what I am about to release. What felt like waiting was actually building capacity in you. You must let go of the lie that obedience should always feel rewarding right away. Sometimes obedience feels lonely. Sometimes it feels quiet. Sometimes it feels like nothing is happening at all. But the unseen realm responds immediately when you choose me over your own understanding. I was rearranging paths, removing resistance, softening hearts, and closing doors that would have taken you far from my will. You did not miss anything. You avoided what would have cost you later. This is the truth I want you to carry forward. I do not waste obedience. I do not forget sacrifice. I do not overlook faith that is tested. Everything you did in alignment with my voice became a seed. And seeds do not shout when they are planted. They work in hidden places before they ever break the surface. You were not being punished by waiting. You were being positioned. And now let this revelation settle you. Stop replaying what you could have done differently. Stop questioning whether you heard me correctly. The peace you felt when you obeyed was your confirmation. The resistance you faced was proof that your obedience mattered. You are not late stepping into what I promised. You are right on time according to my design. And as you receive this truth, let me speak to your heart about something sacred. I am inviting you into partnership with me right now. When you support this mission through super thanks or membership, you are sowing seed into lives that are dry and desperate for my voice. I am the one saying, release what is in your hand, and I will cause it to flow like a river to many. Your giving becomes light, oil, and manna to souls I am reaching through this message. Act now in obedience, because this is not a donation. It is a prophetic response. I bless what you release, and I multiply it back to you. Go now. Support this work through the PayPal link in the description or the QR code on the screen, and obey me. My child, now that you see movement beginning, I need you to listen carefully to me. This is not the moment to relax your discernment or rush ahead of my voice. Many stumble not in the waiting but in the transition. When things start to shift, temptation whispers that you can take control again. But I am asking you to stay aligned, just as you were when it was quiet. Do not mistake momentum for permission to move without me. I know the excitement rising in your heart. I know the relief you feel sensing that something is finally changing. But hear me clearly. The same obedience that brought you here must carry you forward. If you move faster than my instruction, you will arrive early and miss what I prepared. If you look for validation from people instead of listening for my voice, you will become distracted. I want to gently warn you about comparison. You may begin to notice others watching you now, asking questions, offering opinions. Some will praise you, some will doubt you, some will try to influence your next step. Guard your heart. I did not bring you this far for you to hand your discernment to others. Their voices may be loud, but mine is steady. Stay close enough to hear me without straying. There's also a danger of revisiting what I already told you to leave behind. Familiar doors may reopen. Old habits may feel less harmful now that you feel stronger. Old connections may resurface, pressed in better language. But what I closed for a reason. Do not negotiate with what I already freed you from. Trust that I know what you need and what you do not. I am not warning you because something is wrong. I am guiding you because something valuable is near. Precision matters in the season. Partial obedience will delay fullness. Delayed obedience will create unnecessary struggle. You do not need to fear making mistakes, but you do need to remain attentive. Ask me before you speak. Ask me before you commit. Ask me before you move. I am not withholding direction. I am protecting you from confusion. My child, resist the urge to prove anything. You do not need to justify your obedience or explain your process. What I am doing in you does not require a defense. Quiet confidence will carry more authority than loud explanations. Let your peace be your testimony. Let your consistency speak for you. If you feel pressured to decide quickly, pause. If you feel anxious to act, wait. I am not found in panic. I am found in trust. You learned how to wait in the last season. Now you must learn how to move with me in this one. The discipline of listening must not fade just because the season has changed. Stay aligned, my child. Keep your heart soft, your ears open, and your steps measured. I am leading you forward, but only one step at a time. Do not lean on your own understanding now. Lean into me, just as you did before. I am still speaking, and I will guide you safely through what comes next. My child, I want to restore your strength right now. You have carried more than you realize, and you carried it quietly. There were days you woke up tired before the day even began, not because of your body, but because of the weight in your spirit. Yet you kept going. You did not quit. And I want you to know that you were never walking alone, even when it felt that way. Every step you took, I took with you. When you hesitated, I steadied you. When you felt weak, I upheld you. When you thought you were about to fall apart, I held you together in ways you could not see. You may remember moments where you felt an unexplainable peace, even in uncertainty. That was me. You may recall strength rising in you when you thought you had none left. That was me too. I know you questioned your own resilience. You wondered how you were still standing after disappointment, delay, and emotional exhaustion. But your endurance did not come from willpower. It came from my presence. I was pouring strength into you little by little, enough for each day, so you would not be overwhelmed. I do not always remove the weight immediately, but I always provide the strength to carry it. I want you to release the belief that you must be strong on your own. You do not have to hold everything together. You do not have to have all the answers. You do not have to pretend you are okay when you are not. I am not impressed by performance. I am moved by trust. When you leaned on me in your weakness, you allowed my strength to work through you. There were moments you felt unseen by people you expected support from. Moments when encouragement was scarce and understanding felt distant. But I was near. I listened when you spoke quietly. I heard prayers you could not even form into words. I was not absent in your loneliness. I was present, shaping your heart, deepening your dependence on me, and teaching you where true strength comes from. My child, take a breath now. Let your shoulders relax. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not about to collapse. I am sustaining you. The same grace that carried you through the hardest days will carry you into what is ahead. You are not stepping into the next season depleted. You are stepping into it refined. I am proud of how you kept trusting me when it would have been easier to harden your heart. I am proud of how you kept choosing faith, even when doubt tried to speak louder. Your perseverance matters. It has shaped you into someone who can handle what I am about to place in your hands. You are not alone now, and you will not be alone later. I am with you in the quiet moments and in the visible ones. I am your strength when you feel weak, your peace when you feel overwhelmed, and your rest when you feel worn. Stay close to me, my child. You are supported, you are sustained, and you are never walking this path by yourself. My child, now I want to speak to you about what is ahead because I do not ask you to trust me without reassurance. I am not vague with those who walk closely with me. What comes next is not confusion, and it is not chaos. It is clarity, order, and fulfillment, released in the right measure and at the right time. You did not obey for nothing, and you did not wait in vain. I promise you this. What is opening before you now cannot be closed by human opinion, delay, or resistance. When I decide the time has come, no one can stop what I release. The same hands that held you steady in the waiting are now opening doors you could not force. And these doors will not require you to strive the way you once did. They will open because alignment makes space for ease. You may still feel unsure about how everything will unfold. That is not a lack of faith. It is simply the stretching that comes before growth. I am not asking you to see the entire path. I am asking you to stay close enough to hear my next instruction when it comes. Trust is not knowing everything ahead of time. Trust is believing that I will not lead you where my grace cannot sustain you. Here is my assurance to you. You will not miss what is meant for you. You will not arrive too early or too late. You will not be overwhelmed by what I place in your hands, because I prepared you before I promoted you. What once intimidated you will no longer have power over you, because you have learned how to lean on me instead of relying on yourself. There will be confirmation in ways you do not expect. Conversations will align. Opportunities will appear naturally. Peace will accompany decisions that are from me. You will begin to recognize my leading not by pressure, but by calm assurance. If something brings confusion and anxiety, pause. If something brings clarity and peace, even if it stretches you, trust that I am in it. I promise to guide you step by step. I will not abandon you once things begin to move. I do not bring my children this far only to leave them navigating alone. I am present in the beginning, the middle, and the outcome. Your responsibility is not to figure everything out, but to remain obedient, teachable, and attentive. My child, patience will still be required, but it will feel different now. It will no longer feel like waiting in the dark. It will feel like anticipation with direction. And when doubt tries to return, remember this promise. I am faithful to complete what I start. I do not change my mind about those I call. I do not forget the ones who trust me. Rest in this assurance. You are not stepping into uncertainty without me. You are stepping into purpose with me. What comes next will reveal why you had to walk the path you walked. And when you look back, you will understand that every moment of obedience was preparing you for this very season. Stay close, my child. I am leading you forward. My child, this is the moment where you respond, not with noise, but with surrender. Everything I have spoken to you is leading here. Faith is not proven by what you feel, but by what you choose when you stand at the edge of understanding. I am asking you now to trust me again, not because you are unsure, but because you are ready. You have reached a place where neutrality is no longer an option. You cannot stay where you were, and you do not need to rush ahead of me. What I am inviting you into is alignment. This is where you decide to let go of control one more time. This is where you release the need to predict outcomes. This is where you stop negotiating with fear and start agreeing with my voice. I know part of you wants guarantees. You want to know how it will work, how long it will take, what it will cost. But obedience does not wait for certainty. Obedience moves because it trusts the one who speaks. You did not come this far by accident, and you will not move forward alone. What I ask of you now is simple, but it is sacred. Choose me again. This is a moment for prayer, even if your words feel small. Speak to me honestly. Tell me where you are afraid. Tell me where you feel weak. Tell me where you are still holding back. I am not offended by your honesty. I am drawn to it. When you open your heart fully, you make room for me to lead fully. I am also calling you to stay attentive. Do not assume you already know what I will say next. Stay teachable. Stay humble. Stay close. The next instruction may come quietly, through a thought, a pause, or a gentle nudge in your spirit. Do not dismiss it because it seems simple. I often move my children forward through small, obedient steps. Let this be the moment you stop waiting for confidence and start moving with trust. Confidence will grow as you walk. Peace will meet you as you obey. You do not need to feel ready. You need to be willing. I will supply what you lack as you step forward. My child, this decision is not about doing more. It is about yielding more. Yield your plans. Yield your timeline. Yield your expectations. Place them in my hands without conditions. When you do, you will feel a shift within you. Not pressure, but release. Not fear, but focus. That is how you will know you are aligned. I am not asking you to be perfect in this next season. I am asking you to be present with me. Stay in conversation with me. Check in with me. Let me guide you moment by moment. Faith is not a single leap. It is a series of surrendered steps. So take this moment seriously. Let it mark you. Let it become a quiet turning point in your heart. You are not being pushed. You are being invited. Respond with trust. Respond with obedience. Respond with faith. I am ready to lead you forward, and I am waiting for you to take this step with me. My child, come and rest here with me for a moment. Let everything you have heard settle gently into your heart. You are not rushing anymore. You are not striving anymore. You are standing in alignment. I want you to know this clearly as we close. You did well. You listened. You obeyed. You trusted me when it was hard, and that obedience has brought you into peace, not pressure. What you are feeling right now is not emotion alone. It is reassurance. It is the quiet knowing that you are no longer fighting the current. You are flowing with me. The confusion that once weighed on you is lifting. The heaviness that once pressed on your chest is loosening. This is what happens when a child walks in step with my will. I am not angry with you. I am not disappointed in you. I am pleased. As you move forward from here, remember this truth: you do not need to fear the future. I am already there. I am arranging what you cannot control and guarding what you cannot see. What lies ahead will not steal your peace, because I will walk you through it. One step at a time. One decision at a time. Always together. Now hear me as I speak to you about something sacred. When you choose to support this work through Super Thanks, membership, or PayPal, you are not giving to a channel. You are sowing into souls I am reaching in hidden places. I am the one saying, "Cast your seed upon the waters, and I will cause it to return as harvest." Your obedience in giving releases light where darkness has lingered, oil where hearts are weary, and living water where hope has dried up. Do not delay this moment. Act now. I bless what you release, and I command it to multiply back to you. Go now. Use the PayPal link in the description or the QR code on the screen, and obey me. My child, let peace wrap around you as you carry this message with you. You are not stepping away alone. You are stepping forward covered, guided, and assured. Keep your heart soft. Keep your ears open. Keep trusting me the way you have learned to trust me here. Before you go, respond to what I have spoken. Like this video so others I am calling can hear my voice too. Comment what this message confirmed in your heart. Share it with 3 people who are still wondering if their obedience mattered. Subscribe to this channel and continue to hype this message, because it is becoming a place where my children are reminded that I see them, I lead them, and I reward faith. Go now in peace. Walk forward with confidence. I am with you. I am ahead of you, and I will not fail you.